All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Aloha, everyone. How are you guys doing? Ooh, we got a bunch of people on here that big time. Maria's on here. Mia. Hey, Mia's on here. Thanks for logging in, Mia. Been working all day. Terrell, Jack. Jack, you're already asking questions? Jack, you don't get to ask questions this early. I didn't say, are there any questions yet? Oh, okay, you're just saying, hey, Matt. Jack. Jack, how you doing since Master Prac, man? Had a good time? Make it home okay? You're awesome. Very cool. Next time up in San Jose, we're going to have to work out. Christine, how's the weather? How is the weather up there in Green Bay? Everything going good? Is it still hot? Because here in Southern California, we had a heat wave, and by heat wave, I mean holy cow. Oh, it's hot up there. Good Lord. I don't know, man. I just have this permanent view of Wisconsin, like it's always cold, no matter what time of year it is. But I'm sure you're not. Look at you, not complaining. You're not complaining because you get like 300 feet of snow in the winter, and by winter I mean half the year, right? I'm not teasing. I'm not teasing. I'm just saying. Northern states are cold. Man, it's been hot down here. It has been hot. Wait, let me see. I'm gonna turn on some video here. Let me see if the internet can handle this. If I start getting messages that it's not able to handle it, hey everyone, how's it going? If I start getting that things are slowing down, then we'll cut out the internet. But you guys can see slides. Let me get my page organized. There we go. All right. How you guys doing? Hope you guys are doing fantastic. This is a team meeting. We're doing a team meeting tonight, and I think they're recording it. They might be recording it. Who knows? And the purpose of tonight's meeting is to talk to you guys about the team, the sales funnel, focusing in on sales, helping you get better at what you're doing, and talking about the future of all the things that we're going through right now. So let's begin and talk about what we're covering. So first we're going to talk about our team. Talk about the team, everything that we're going to be putting into place. I want to talk a little bit about sales, the coaching funnel, the invitation process. I want to get you guys comfortable with this. That's the biggest thing. I've helped a few people get their coaching programs going, and there's a handful of individuals that we've done the coaching process that we're going to be teaching in the summer. Got them going with it. They've been doing fantastic with it, and the biggest stumbling block that people encounter is the sales funnel, is getting people into sales and into the sales funnel. So first of all, before I even get into what we're covering, you guys got to forgive me. We have had so many things come up over the past couple of weeks. It's completely insane. If my voice is a little bit raspy or if I'm not moving at the highest level of intensity, I've been going about 11-hour days now for 2 straight weeks. And Greg and I both wanted to make sure that we did this webinar because it's for you guys, and just got done teaching, grabbed a quick bite to eat, jumped on with you. But I've been going since about 10 a.m. this morning, and it's been that way now for a couple of weeks. So I got John coming back to help out at Trainers Training. He'll be here in a few days, and then things will mellow out a little bit next week. So that'll be nice. Might take a day off after the coaching program. Okay, I'm getting a message that the internet is slowing down a little bit. I have no idea if that's the case, but let me turn off the video and see if that helps out. So let's jump right in. Let's jump right in, and what I want to do, this first page right here is talking about Beachbody. You know, on the slide, it says bring your questions. Let's talk about Beachbody, but I don't want to talk about it like how I talk about it with practitioners. I don't want to talk about it like I'm trying to enroll you guys in this. I want to talk to you about it, about how do you talk about it with other people? What are the key points? And I've had people push back. I have had people push back on Beachbody to me about, you know, why are you doing work with Beachbody? And, you know, that's an infomercial, or that's a gimmick, or that's silly, or whatnot. In sales, we call it rebuttals. In sales, we call it, you know, how do you handle an objection? What are I need some feedback from you guys right now. I'm going to run this in a completely different way. I'm in the middle of teaching Trainers Training, and I'm in the middle of telling people how to handle questions and all of these different types of things. What are some of the things that you guys have gotten pushback on with Beachbody? What do you need me to talk to you about with regards to this company? Because I'm where you were, and I'm just going to start talking and waiting for your questions to roll in. When I first joined up, I wasn't comfortable using the word Beachbody. I wasn't comfortable saying P90X. I was not comfortable talking about these workout programs. And let's be really clear, I'm the fucking poster child for this company. I went from being overweight, out of shape, in awful condition, to being in pretty decent shape. I mean, best compliment Greg's ever given me in the gym was, fuck, dude, he goes, you're pretty damn fit. And from a former Marine, I took that to be a pretty good compliment. No, I'm not walking around rocking a six-pack. Vino is I have too much rapport with wine. That's the problem. That's another story. I'm good with who I am. I'm good with how my body looks. I'm pretty okay with it. And my main point of telling you this is, here I am, total believer in this product, and people would talk to me, and I didn't want to tell them the workout. I'll use the word, my main embarrassment was they do infomercials, and I'm not a big fan of infomercials. That was my holdback. But that's before I found out about network marketing or MLM or anything. What I got pushback on from my own belief system was this idea that it's a gimmick, it's an infomercial, that infomercials are gimmicks. And yet this is the guy that owns a Ninja blender, and this is a guy that has a NutriBullet. These are two gigantic fucking infomercials. So my main rebuttal to that with individuals went straight to A+ better rated, that I went online and did research, and I could not find a single complaint about Beachbody. I went online and said, okay, yeah, maybe they do infomercials, but you know what? So did my company back in the 80s. We did an infomercial in the 80s. So has Tony Robbins. So they do infomercials all the time. Politicians fucking run infomercials. I mean, give me a break. Everyone that can, if you had enough money, you'd run an infomercial for your company. I said that to one person, and they're like, yeah, that's true. I'm like, okay, so rebuttal on the infomercial. Anyone who's big has probably ran an infomercial or a commercial. So what's the issue? I can't find a complaint about Beachbody's product. I can find complaints about certain things. I can find complaints about customer service, but that's usually from the coaches, and I can explain that away. If you guys have any issues with them, I can completely reframe that. My immediate response to individuals that were saying those types of things were people that I've met that have gone through the program and gotten results. They don't care that it's been online. They care about their results. Do you care about results? If you care about results, it shouldn't matter if they have a website, don't have a website, if they're an infomercial, don't have an infomercial. That's just it, plain and simple. That's so funny, Bernie. Yeah, I've used swear words before, Bernie. You've done a bunch of trainings with me. That's actually not a question about Beachbody. Of course I'm cursing. So here's the deal. Beachbody, A+ better rated, and what they do is pretty incredible. I mean, their product line, you guys should learn about their product line. They don't just put things out. They just don't go, hey, let me throw this idea or this concept out. They find people that can come in and teach them how to do it right, whether it's a workout, whether it's nutrition, and they're constantly refining their nutrition. They just sent out a message about refining their Shakeology. They sent out a message refining their protein drink because they couldn't get consistency in their compounding for one of their ingredients. That's incredible that they would openly say to people, we're improving our product. I was blown away by that. They're doing the Netflix type approach to workouts now. They're getting on board with the 21st century. So here's the deal. These individuals that run Beachbody, that own it, their whole thing is, how can they help people get healthy? How can they help them get fit? So to me, it's all about learning how to reframe it. What are the major objections? I got a handful of you on here. Most of you are active and doing things and getting clients. If you have any issues that come up with Beachbody specifically, you need to get that question over to Greg. We handle that on a webinar. As a team, we handle it. You are a part of our team. I want to make sure that we're handling this and helping you guys as best we can. Our brand is not Beachbody. Our brand is TEP. Our brand is the Empowerment Fit Network. You can say that you're a part of the Empowerment Fit Network. A health psychologist is working with you to help people get spiritual, mental, emotional, and physical health and well-being. That you're not just approaching it from the Beachbody aspect. You're approaching it from energy, mindset, emotion, and the physical components. As a part of our team, we want to help you. We want to help you guys get inspired to get out there and help other people. And our goal is really simple. Our goal is total health. What does total health mean? Total health means that we're looking at spiritual, mental, emotional, physical health and well-being. For me, it's HUNA. That is what helps out with spiritual. But people that don't like HUNA, meditation. So the 21-day program that we do, we have you do a meditation, Ho'oponopono at night, NLP, mindset, goal setting. We put that into all of our programs. No, we're not doing a lot of MER, not in the 21-day. We're overloading people with things, but we have them do a resource anchor. They get the resource anchor to build up positive emotions. Beachbody. Yeah, I didn't invent HUNA, NLP, MER, or Beachbody. What we're really good at the Empowerment Partnership is not inventing the wheel, getting it to roll faster. You're a part of that team. How can you incorporate all four aspects of who you are, and how can you get your clients, the people that you're getting on board with this, to improve their spiritual, mental, emotional, and physical health and well-being? Maybe you get into rapport with the person and make a joke about Beachbody and say, yeah, that infomercial stuff, it's kind of crazy, but you know what? If you have the right mindset, that kind of stuff actually works. What you need to work on is your success story. I have a success story. My success story is losing weight. Greg's is ending back pain. Greg at HUNA learned about dream interpretation, and for the first time, he stopped the chatter, that chatter monkey in his head. He said he's had that forever. Forever. I mean, he was fucking born with that little monkey in his head. Chatter, 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 chatter. He's going to unmute himself right now and probably beat the shit out of me, but that's another story. Greg ended that at HUNA doing dream interpretation. He learned NLP to have better communication. He gave up a job at the Department of Defense to come be a part of this so that he could own his time and money. That's called total belief. I'm putting my neck out there on the line. I've only recommended 2 products since the 90s. I'm putting my neck out there for this. Greg and I are only asking for you guys to do what we've done, and that is I get up on stage now. People have only known me for 3 days, and I start talking Beachbody to get more and more coaches. I had a lady in our master practitioner training that I just ran who was an inactive coach. Greg comes up to me and he says, that woman that's sitting over there, he goes, I don't want you to mention this. I don't want you to say this. That woman that's sitting over there, she has enough volume on her strong leg to be making a car payment. And she hasn't done anything. She signed up really early. She's been a part of the group since we began. She came and talked to me. Here she is again. And she has enough volume sitting on her strong leg. We put so many people below her. She could make a car payment. Her car could be free. That's one step away from a free mortgage. Car payment, mortgage payment. This is why housewives get up on stage at Beachbody and tear their mortgage up in front of the entire group. 100 or so of them get up on stage. Jason's seen it. Greg's seen it. People get up there on stage, tear their mortgage. And these are like regular old people walking around who just finally got fit and lost their baby fat. Not their baby's fat. Their fat from having a baby. They're going around showing off. People sign up. I just, when I hear those kind of things, I go, we don't have excuses. You don't get to have an excuse when someone who has no sales, no MER, no NLP, no HUNA, they don't have the ability to get rid of their excuses like you guys do. I'm saying this very bluntly and directly. You got to forgive me. I'm a trainer's training, so I'm in the mode of direct. Deal with your stuff. Let go of your baggage. Let go of your limiting beliefs, your negative emotions. If you're not practicing what you know, then it's just your baggage coming up. If you're afraid to talk to someone, If you're afraid to tell someone how important this stuff is, that's your stuff. And you can look at me, and I've had people say, well, you're Dr. Matt, you have these groups and blah, blah, blah. No, man, you guys have heard me say this story. I was in Italy. My mom's like, I'm not feeling as good. I was too lazy. I didn't pack my Shakeology. And I let her have it in a good way. I'm like, so what you're telling me is you have felt the best ever in the past decade drinking Shakeology every morning. She's like, yep. I went up to go see them yesterday. I went up to go see my mom. My stepfather was going through some treatments for physiological issues. So I took a day from trainer's training. I drove 4 hours up there at about 2 a.m., woke up bright and early, got up there before the sun was going up. And I got there, and my mom had just gotten up. You know, she had just gotten ready. She was in her robe, gave her a big hug, and she said, you want me to mix you up a shake along with mine? I said, yeah, I brought a couple of packets of Shakeology with me. She's like, I'm already got it in there mixed up. You want a banana with it? You want some strawberry? And I walked into the kitchen. Guess what the two of them are having for breakfast? Shakeology, mixed with fruit, some almond milk. They're a believer in it. If I can sell my mom on something, for God's sake, you guys can sell anyone on something. So I know what it takes to talk about this stuff. Spiritual, mental, emotional, physical. Coaching success funnel. Here is our funnel. You start talking to people about an integrative approach. You start talking to people about how do you take an integrative approach to your health and well-being. We then have what's called a Kapu challenge. You can rename it. That's the 3-day refresh. I need to do another one because, man, the first time I did it, I had 10 pounds of detox that came out of me. That's mostly poop. People one time told me I was full of it. I now believe them. I had 10 pounds of weight loss in 3 days. That fiber sweep was doing its job with me. You guys can all laugh. I hope some of you are fucking laughing there. I've been teaching for 11 hours, so I think that was at least a little bit funny. You should give me at least a gratuitous laugh. No? Yeah, it was funny. Okay. So our first part of the sales funnel, after the integrative aspect, thanks, Bernie. Bernie, you gave me a ha. You know what, Bernie? Your wife's here, and I just told the group how amazing you are. So I hope that wasn't just a gratuitous laugh. I paid you some amazing compliments. Love you, Bernie. Kapu challenge. The first, yep, Bernie. Okay, good. The Kapu challenge is the first part of our sales funnel. That is a 9-day, and in it, we spend a few days up front giving some energy, mindset, emotion. Then we go through Beachbody's 3-day refresh, and then we end it afterwards. That's the first part of our sales funnel. The next part is the fit challenge. Honestly, if you guys haven't done that, that helps you get your success story. All right, I was kind of opposed to the 21-day fix. You know, what's her name that's on there? Ashley? Amber? Some A name. I don't know. She's on there, and I'm looking at these workouts, and I'm like, yeah, they're not that challenging. But you know what? I ran it with the master practitioners about 2.5 weeks ago, and this, what I used to call a chick workout, it kicked every guy's ass in the room, except one. I think Greg was even struggling with that one a little bit. But I think he was a little bit, I don't know, distracted by all the other people in the room that were working out, taking pictures and whatnot. That workout is not that difficult of a workout. It can be for some people, though. So I started using that in the master practitioner trainings because I noticed right after doing that the men and women who had not been working out for a while were feeling it the next day. I had one guy walk up to me, and he like reached over and he grabbed his back and he goes, dude, that was an amazing workout. Now, in my mind, I'm thinking, yeah, it was all right. I like the format of it. I like the way she does it. She does a couple of rounds, and then she goes, okay, she does one round, you do it twice. You do it, it's another round, you do it twice. I liked that approach to it. It was good. The intensity level was a little bit low. That would be more like a warm-up for people who do P90X. And so a fit person in the room is not going to like it as much. But you know what? I sat there looking at it from the perspective of if I had just started working out and I was not used to that, it would kick my ass. And that's a good thing. Sorry about the helicopter flying overhead. I have a unidirectional mic, so hopefully that wasn't too loud. But anyway, so here's the deal. You as an individual got to work at your level and get you got to work at your level and you need to get your success story. If you're working at your level and you get your success story, that makes a difference. And the fit challenge, that helps you do that. And then finally, the fourth part of our sales funnel is you becoming a coach. Individual becomes a coach and runs their own challenge. That's the sales funnel. It's not overly complicated. It's very simple. It's direct and forward. And here's the deal. We have built it for you each step of the way. The entire thing is built. You need to learn the system. You need to learn how to get people into it. So how do you get people into it? Entry, personal contact, networking events, social media. Refer them to the practitioner training. We will sell them for you. They're still your coach. If they show up and they have done anything with you or you name them as one of yours, Greg will make sure that they become your personally sponsored coach. That's it. You got 4 options. Personal contacts, get your success story. Network events, go to places where people meet. Third one is social media. Start talking about it on social networking. Put up pictures of you working out. Get people educated. The Kapu Challenge. It's an intro to the team. It's a lower price point. There's support throughout. We got people that are running it now. And it's an opportunity for you to create trust. It's an opportunity for you to establish trust with the people that you have signed up. And it really helps them out. The next one is a Fit Challenge. It's a higher price point. You also get support throughout. And we help you through the sales process to convert people from that into coaches. And then finally, they become your personally sponsored coach. You're building your business, and it's an opportunity for you again to establish trust. You work with them, they continue to improve their life. So what I want to talk to you about right now is I want to do an overview of the 5-step sales process. The 5-step sales process is an approach to you being able to get people into that entry level. So what is it? The 5-step sales process is an easy to remember selling process. It lets you know where you are, link the client's motivation and values to his or her decision-making process. This one is really simple. The 5-step sales process, oddly enough, has 5 steps. Who would have thunk? First one, establish rapport. You're matching and mirroring the entire time. Number 2 is asking questions. Notice it doesn't say taking questions. Biggest area that people make a mistake with the 5-step sales process is they take questions. Third one is find a need, establish a value, link the need or value to your product or service, and then you close them. So, step number 1, establish rapport. This is where you do your matching and mirroring. Listen to their tone of voice, any keywords, any common interests. You build rapport right off the bat and move right into the idea of asking questions. When it comes to health and fitness, it's really simple. What area of your life what area of your health and fitness would you gain the most benefit from improving? Spiritual, mental, emotional, physical. If it's physical, what aspect of the physical are you looking at improving? Whatever they say, you then talk about the benefit. You find their deeper need, their value when asking questions. You find their deeper need or value. And you link that to what we're doing with the Empowerment Partnership Fit Network. Not Beachbody, the Fit Network. TEP's Fit Network. You link it with our Fit Network because if someone says to you, I need more energy, then every challenge you talk about is how it improves energy through meditation, through the physical things that you do like Ho'oponopono, the workouts that you do, how the yoga improves. Everything is about energy. If it's mindset, man, the guy that I'm learning from, he's a doctor of health psychology. He focuses on mindset. You're going to learn goal setting. If it's emotions, talk about letting go of your baggage. The INLP class, letting go of negative emotions, limiting decisions, setting a resource anchor. If it's the physical, what do you want from a physical perspective? What is it that you're looking for? Then talk to them about your experience. Man, if they're wanting to lose weight rapidly, talk about the 3-day refresh. If they're wanting to get in really good shape and not be huffing and puffing when they walk up the stairs anymore, talk about the 21-day challenge. Pre-sell them on these things. And then what you do is you close them and say, look, there's a really easy thing that we can do. There's a low price point. You do a quick 3-day refresh. You're going to learn some basics. Focus in on what they want. And then you'd ask them, would this be of something that is of interest to you or not? Handle objections. If they say not enough time, ask them if they watch television. What would you rather do in 10 years? Be able to tell me who won Survivor every year and American Idol, or be in the most amazing shape? I'm 44, and I think I have bragging rights that I'm in better shape than most people in their 20s and 30s. I wasn't in that shape in my 20s and 30s. And I'm so glad I don't know what happened in the last season of Law & Order. That was one of my favorite shows. I have no idea how they closed it out. Don't care. Don't want to know. I enjoy the idea that I don't know. That's really important to me, that I'm in better shape. That's way more important than what happened in Law & Order. Not enough money. That's why we have a low price point for the first one. Dude, it's only $50. Cut out X, Y, and Z, and you'll be in some really good shape. Reframe it. What is $50 over, a month? What is $50 over a year? In a year from now, what are you going to worry about? Whether or not you spend $50 on coffee? Cut that out. Do this instead. I don't believe you, it won't work for me. That's just lack of rapport. Lack of rapport or the guarantee. That's where you got to learn Beachbody's guarantee. Beachbody has a bottom-of-the-bag guarantee. Go buy a bag of Shakeology, dump the entire thing in a bucket, and send them back the empty bag, and they will refund it. You're going to be doomed with the karma of doing that intentionally, but at least it'll get your clients to feel comfortable. They have full refunds. They believe in their product. It is completely incredible that they do that. Cut out your lattes for 2 weeks for the entry. Bernie, straight up. People who go to Starbucks and buy lattes for 2 weeks, you can pay for an entire gym membership on that shit. I went to Starbucks and bought Ethan something, and I was like, how much? You kidding me? Better off drinking, I don't know, hotel coffee. Ethan doesn't even drink coffee. I don't know why he's asking for Starbucks. Okay, anyway. I don't believe you. It won't work for me. Those you're going to need to reframe. Straight up. Those are the only objections. I know this is a big picture overview on the 5-step sales process. We actually have a recorded 5-step sales process for you guys. I wanted to remind you of it because too many of you are letting people ask you questions. No, you ask them questions. You talk to them. You work from their level. Let's go back to Beachbody. Step number 1. We've got a team website, man. Step number 1. Team website. Complete coaching level 1. We have all the things that you need to do. It is completely laid out. Everything that you need to do is right there. We got a team website. You click on it. It tells you step by step what you need to do. I know we've taken your feedback. Beachbody is confusing. Their team website is awful. Their coaching customer relations isn't very good. I'm going to agree with all of that, and your excuses are gone. Greg has spent his time to build a website for you to streamline everything. Go to empowermentfitnetwork.com and complete coach level 1. You guys tell me, are you serious about this business or not? I am. Here it is, 8:30. 8:30 at night. I've been teaching since 10 a.m. I've been pulling 10, 11-hour days now for 2 straight weeks. I'm dealing with family illness, and not minor illness, you guys. I'm not asking for any sympathy here. My stepfather last week had back issues, went in, diagnosed with cancer. He's on chemo as of Monday. He's had under 1 week to have that news handed to him. Here I am taking this business seriously. And no, I stopped everything and went up there because family comes first. I will assure you, if he was in a worst case scenario, I would cancel trainers training yesterday and be there. Family comes first. And after I did all those things, he looked at me and he said, thank you so much. I gave him a hug. He's like, go take care of business, and I'm going to get back up there again next week. He comes first. I'm burning candles at both ends for you guys. All I'm asking for in return is to just go to our website and complete coach level 1. That's it. I'm going to step up. You guys step up. That will help you in your business. Really easy. Next, coaching level 2. Greg, adding clients to the Kapu Challenge, adding clients to the Fit Challenge. When they click on those links, what do they get? Can you fill in some gaps here?
Yeah, I can. If you click on that, it just takes you through to like 1 page of instructions on exactly how to add someone to the Kapu Challenge or the Fit Challenge. So if you go out and share your story, people hear the spiritual, mental, emotional, and physical approach we're taking, and they say, yeah, I want to try the Kapu Challenge. the coach can use that link, adding clients to the Capo Challenge, as a resource for step-by-steps on how to add them in.
Awesome. So in other words, putting it really plain and simple, Greg basically made it possible for you guys to have everything you need in order to get up and running. I mean, that's just it. At some point, please, I'm begging you, send Greg a thank you email, because he put all of this together for you in order to have a clear approach to what it is that you're doing. We want you guys to be successful. Yeah, because it helps the entire team. It helps everyone. The more successful you are, the more successful we are. And we want to help you out every step of the way. We do. Everything we can do for you guys, we're doing our best to do that. So the last thing after this, and before I open it up to questions, Greg, do you have anything to add? And look, you guys, I'm spending time and energy to be here with you guys. And hey, if you don't have any questions, and I've been completely thorough and I've handled everything, and you really don't have any questions, like there's no, I don't know how to get started, I don't know how to do this, whatever. If you have no questions, awesome. I'll end it because I'm good ending at 8:34. I'm good. If you have any questions, Greg and I are here right now with you in order to answer these questions. We're going to tag team these questions, answer them, and help you to get started as best we can. If you don't have any questions, then it's really difficult for us to figure out where things are going wrong. So help me out and ask your questions right now as Greg fills in any blanks that I haven't gotten to. Greg, anything else we need to add?
I do. I'm just going to elaborate on a few points that you've said, Matt. Thank you very much. And for ones that have personally helped me. Matt talked earlier in the webinar about getting your success story and how helpful that can be. The way I look at that is getting your success story really builds your confidence. Once you do something, it tremendously builds your confidence so that you can share it. Everybody knows that I was in the Marines, and my confidence level from before I went through boot camp to after was astronomically different. By the time I was done, I wasn't afraid of anything on the planet. When I was going through, Beachbody and establishing this model and fighting the back pain, what gave me the most confident about sharing my story is my actual real results. I did go to HUNA and stop the brain chatter. I did use NLP to learn how to better communicate with myself and my family, and I did use Beachbody to get in shape, to include their Shakeology, to avoid a back pain surgery, a back surgery. And when you do those things and you get your success story, your confidence goes through the roof to the point where I don't care who's in the room. I'll tell them exactly what I did and how it worked for me. And if they like it, they like it. If they don't, they don't. But I'm so highly confident in it that I'll be sharing that with anybody everywhere. So I recommend, going through each of our challenges, go through the Capo Challenge, go through the Empowerment Fit Challenge, and get your success stories so that you can talk about it with anybody. The president could walk in the room and I would say, hey, sir, here's what I did to get fit and I like it. And that kind of confidence helps in sales. So definitely consider that being one of your first steps. The other thing that has really helped me in building my Beachbody business and sharing it is focusing on the spiritual, mental, and emotional and physical aspect. And what Dr. Matt said earlier about Beachbody is not our brand. Our brand is TEP. Beachbody is a tool that we use to help people with total health. And if you're approaching it from helping people with total health, spiritual, mentally, emotionally, and physically, you become much more of a genuine servant in helping them with their problems than you do a Beachbody salesperson. I have had multiple interactions with people who said, I don't do network marketing and I don't like DVDs, but here's my issue. And I said, well, I think that you just need some NLP for a little while and to work on some of your issues. And that has helped you guys many times where 6 months, a year later, they say, okay, tell me about this Beachbody thing then, because if you're genuinely interested in helping them with total health, eventually it comes around where they want to know what your whole solution is. I had someone just attack me saying I will never work out in front of my TV, and they just bought Body Beast a year later because these solutions work. So I focus a lot on hey, I'm with the TEP Fit Network. I work with renowned health psychologist Dr. Matt James. We do fitness with a twist. They say, what's the twist? I say spiritual, mental, emotional, and physical. Which one of those is the most intriguing to you? And if wherever they say, that's where I start. And to give you one more example on that, my accountant called me out of the blue yesterday and just left a message. Hey, Greg, call me. I want to talk to you. So I immediately texted him. I said, hey, is something wrong with my taxes? Am I being audited? And he wrote back and he said, no, I got a health issue and I want the Shakeology that you've been talking about. And it literally had been a year later that he said that. So share your story, have confidence in the spiritual, mental, emotional, and physical approach, help people with where they are, and that's what has helped me to build my business. The last point I want to make out that Dr. Matt talked about was the reframing on the costs seems to be an issue most of the time, and even with people that have the money, I think they throw it out there as just their first line of defense. So one thing I have done is I break down a lot of the costs on a daily basis. So if you take $140 challenge pack and you divide it by 30, it's $4.60 a day. You divide it by 90, it's $1.50. So then it gives you a new platform to talk about and say, listen, you told me here's your issues about health, and you think it's reasonable for $2 a day to address that situation with all the support we have, spiritual, mental, emotional, and physical. And more often than not, they have to confront themselves and say, well, yeah, that's worth it monetarily. Here's a different excuse. And allows you to just chase all the rabbits down, and just kind of diffuses that one. That daily repricing for me has worked. And I think if you wrap all those together, having your success story, so you can say I've been there, done that, understand our model and have confidence in it, and then know some of the basic tactics of the 5-step sales process, then I say go for it. Give it a shot. Invite someone to a Kapu challenge, invite to a fit challenge, and then just adjust fire as you go. Whatever mistakes you're making, just keep adjusting and keep on going, and eventually you can build a tidy little business for yourself and have your money back while empowering the planet with health and fitness, which is something near and dear to my heart. That's it, Matt. Thank you.
That was awesome, Greg. Thank you very much for adding that. I appreciate that.
Thank you. I love it.
My man Bernie asked some questions. Bernie says, I've been exposed to several MLMs and the support is extraordinary. Greg and I are busting our butts to help you guys out. I mean, we really are. Not wanting to toot anyone's horn too much. And most teams in Beachbody, I've met some people who beg to see if they can jump on our team. And just can't do that. When they hear about what we're doing, some people just literally go up to Greg and go, I'm already in Beachbody. Can I at least get what you're doing? And it's tough to tell them no, that it's for our team. Mm-hmm. It's kind of a bummer. I mean, the team above us, we give them support. And it's difficult. I would love to give this to everyone in Beachbody. And this is for you guys. This is absolutely for you. Bernie, I know where things are going slow rather than wrong. Very good. I got to get myself used to the product, your success story. That's it, big time. Hey, but Bernie, your success story is relative. Don't compare it to someone else. That's a comparative deletion. Yeah? Don't compare it to someone else. Compare it to yourself. Where were you 10 months ago? Where are you now? Where were you a month ago? Where are you now? That's your success story. Yeah, and it's getting to know the product. That's it. Get to know the product, get your success story, and let go of any negative emotions that would cause that hesitation. That is fantastic. Yeah, otherwise you get the examples from other people. That is a great point. When I wasn't in the best shape, I could point out other people's examples. I could absolutely point out other people's examples. And then the final thing that Bernie said is Greg's talk here is helping immensely. Yeah, I do. I do rely on Greg a lot. And I'm lucky to have Greg. Most people that run a team don't have a guy like Greg. Most people that run a team, they got to do that themselves. And I said to Greg, I said, this is a great idea. And if I got to do it myself, it ain't going to get done. Like I got a full-time thing that I do here. It's called NLP. And so Greg's the guy that handles that kind of stuff. He's got his success story. I got mine. We don't compare to each other. I didn't heal my back. I didn't have the issues that he had. So I don't talk about it from that perspective. You get your success story. I don't care where you started. I care about where you are now. And if that's improved in any way, shape, or form, that's your success story. Build on it. Absolutely build on it. Okay, that seems to be all the questions. I said bring the questions. That was all I got. These are our Facebook pages. And then Greg, did you want me to put that last one there? You guys should all be a part of these.
Yeah, if you don't
Last
mind,
slide.
I'll talk for a minute.
Yeah, go for it. This is the last slide. And Greg, you can explain this, right?
Yes, definitely. And I want to thank everybody for attending this webinar. It's helpful and it's great to get the information across to the masses. Here's how it's best to contact me. The first way to do it is go to our team webpage, empowermentfitnetwork.com, scroll all the way down to the bottom right, and you'll see a new coach call and a strategy session. That's just a calendar I set up in TimeTrade to try to manage the number of appointments I get. If I get them on Facebook and then I get them in messages and I get some of them in different email accounts, it becomes incredibly difficult to manage, and I drop too many of them that way. Now with a few hundred people on the team, I just have to allocate time. So the single best way and the fastest way to do it is, if you haven't done a new call or you want to go over your back office or some Beachbody 101 stuff, schedule a new coach call. If you've already done that and you want to talk about preferred placement, or you have someone interested in a challenge, you want to know how to sign them up because you're just new, then schedule a strategy session. If you're not sure, schedule either one, and we will figure it out. But what that does is it puts it in my email, puts it on my calendar, makes it much easier to manage. If you're not at a place where you can do that, then email me at greg@nlp.com, and it will still go to that same email box, so that I can manage them that way. And you're more than welcome to do it. If there's multiple appointments on there and you want more than one, go ahead and do it. All I request is that you be ready if you do, and that just means be able to get into your account, have tried to Google something first, and then lets you and I get on a call and genuinely solve Beachbody and sales and niche problems, and we can grow your business a lot faster that way.
I like the point that Greg made. We've basically built things for you so that you have all the training you need, so that we can maximize Greg's expertise, so that he's not having to take you through what we have automated for you. I mean, that's basically what he said in a nutshell. In a very nice way, contact Greg when you've done the work. Greg wants to help you, and it's difficult to help you if you haven't done the work. If you haven't done the work, then the issue is that Greg's response should be, did you do this? Did you do that? Did you do this? And if the answer is no, well, we built you a website to automate everything for you. If you do that, and then you're at that space, then shit, I'm waiting for the day when someone has gone through all of this and I'm jumping on the phone with them going, here's how you build up to a level of a diamond. Here's how you do a pitch. I'm waiting for that day. That's what I want. That's what Greg and I want, that level where we need to get on the phone with you because you're killing it and we want to help you take it to the next level. Until then, we've automated everything else because we're going to be at 400 people by September. We'll probably be at about 500 or 600 people by the end of this year. We're going to hit 1,000 people by spring. And other teams that have 1,000 people, some of the individuals that got in at the top that are kicking butt, they're making the Millionaire Club. The guy that just made the Millionaire Club that runs Jason's team, he only has 1,000 people on his team. We got 400. We're not that far off. Once we start building volume, we're going to start killing it. And all the people like you guys who got in early, who are active in this, you have that level of potential. We're not that far off from making this go gigantic. The people that are quitting, the people that are leaving, let them go. That's totally okay. It does not affect us in any way, shape, or form. And in my estimate, based on how much Jason is making and this other guy Jeff is making, with the amount of people that they have under them, they have as many, if not more, inactive coaches than we do. Based on my numbers and my calculation, there's more inactive coaches, and that's the book, The Slight Edge. 5% of the people that you sign up are going to do something with it. We got a couple of gigantic whales on all of the different legs that we have. You guys are all benefiting from that. And so the key here is to get that momentum going, because we're right there. We're at a point where this begins to grow exponentially. And I hope that excites you. It excites me, because when we started off and we only had like 10, 20, 30 coaches, I was like, oh, what's going on? Now we're going to hit 400 by September. We'll be at 400. I think so, Greg. Right? We're at 375 right now. 400 is doable. We already got 100 people in San Jose. That means that we're going to convert 20 right there, 20 to 30 people in San Jose.
Yeah, so I have a takeaway for everybody, Matt. Hello?
Yeah,
So,
Greg, go for it.
yeah, sorry. So if I were a new coach on this call and wasn't totally sure, here's my recommendation to best assimilate into the team and get your success story and building your business. I would absolutely start with integrating everything I know and have learned about NLP. So if you've gone through PRAC, integrate all that, master PRAC, make sure you understand all that. Just fully integrate and know how to talk about spiritual, mental, emotional, physical, read the energy books, and understand that and have a good foundation for that. Then I recommend going through the Kapu Challenge and a Fit Challenge and go through it like you're going through boot camp, get your success story, capture your pictures, because you're going to be able to use all that information to build your success story, and people will see that and be confident in you. Then after you do that, be an assistant coach in one of our challenges, right? We have some lead coaches starting to stick out who are helping run the challenges I'm going to talk about next. But call me up and say, hey, I want to run a Fit Challenge. You can go on the team page, see the schedule. You just say, hey, I want the one in October. Be an assistant coach for one, and then you'll learn how to run your own challenge, and then you can start running your own challenge. So go ahead and do the crawl, walk, run thing. The only thing I recommend that I wish I would have done differently is still share my story and talk about it and try to get some sales and some coaches as time went by, meaning don't take 6 months to do all that and then start selling. Go ahead and start sharing with it now, but definitely get on that definitive path of integrate, Kapu, Fit Challenge, assist, lead, and then lead. That has been my experience about the best way to grow a Beachbody coach and to build your business so you own your time, and that's ultimately what I'm after. And Matt, the last thing for me, I just wanted to take a moment to give a special thanks to Maria and Terrell, who are on the line right now. Both of them have put in a ton of time proofreading stuff, going through emails, going through the websites, volunteered to run some of the challenge. Maria is going to be a lead coach on the next Kapu Challenge and the Fit Challenge, and so is Terrell. They're working together to do that, and they're giving me a tremendous amount of support, and that's ultimately what we want all our coaches to do. So, ladies, thank you very much for that. And I'd also like to make mention of the Honorable Miss Mia Agee for her incredible proofreading skills and how much support she has offered me in building the team materials. So it just goes to show that, you know, we are the Fit Network and this is a team, and together we are stronger. And the more we work at this, like Dr. Matt says, this network is just going to grow. And then ultimately, if we get, you know, time freedom and money freedom for as many of our coaches as possible, that to me is empowering the planet and why we're here. And I thank all of you for being part of it. Thanks, Matt.
Thank you. Alrighty. That's it, man. We've been going for almost an hour, so that's a wrap. I am going to go pass out and then teach Trainers Training tomorrow. All of you who've been at Trainers Training, it's the day before their first presentation. Just think about that. It's a ton of fun. All right. Thank you, guys. Have an amazing evening, and talk to you all again soon. Take care. Aloha. Bye-bye.